This is KUGAN CASSIUS for IFL TV, proudly sponsored by Everlast. We're in Matchroom HQ. I'm joined by the gorilla himself, John Ryder. How are you, first of all, mate?
I'm good, mate. I'm good. How are you?
Very well. We've just been having a discussion about Arsenal and their chances against Liverpool tonight. So do you want to put a prediction out before this game tonight?
Slim and none. No, I think we could get something from it as long as we're playing better like we have been. Our last couple of results haven't showed that, but we're doing well. Nice kit we played in on Sunday as well. Didn't do us too well, but it was nice and good sentiment to it.
Yeah, I think the kit itself was obviously the message of the no red campaign, but the result was horrendous. Yeah. But yeah, let's pray for a better outcome tonight against Liverpool.
Yeah, 100%. Didn't really make sense playing Nottingham Forest in an all red kit though, did it? No red for Arsenal, but then you're playing Nottingham Forest, who've got a red strip on.
Good point, actually. I didn't even think of that, but yes, good point.
Yeah, we didn't think that one through, did we? But oh well, we're out of that cup. Might be out of another one tonight. Hopefully not. Hopefully
not. Anyway, let's come on to more optimistic news. We only spoke, I think, about 3 weeks ago when I was down at your gym, and I mean, the name of Daniel Jacobs wasn't mentioned then. There was obviously we're talking about various other fights that you've been linked with over the last year or so. But has this been in the pipeline for a little while?
Well, we obviously we've had a slow couple of years. We sat down with Eddie start of December and was just saying we really need to kick on now and crack on. And we gave him a few names and we discussed a few things, and he's delivered massively.
Absolutely. Daniel Jacobs to come over here first of all. I would not say like it's a shock, but I suppose it's his first appearance in the UK. Daniel Jacobs, and I suppose when you look at it from his side of it, what's in it for Daniel Jacobs to come here to fight John Ryder?
Yeah, of course. I mean, I suppose at the stage of his career, it's just ticking things off the bucket list. But I think a lot of these big name Americans want to come to the UK and fight, and I think rightly so. I mean, everyone's so desperate to go over to the US and fight, but I suppose for the Americans, it's the same appeal to them.
You've cried out for a big fight for quite some time, and I think this is possibly that fight. Obviously, we know you've got aspirations to become world champion, etc. And we know, but a win over Daniel Jacobs can really kind of catapult you into that pathway. Yeah,
massively. Like his career speaks for itself, doesn't it? He's been in there with the best, the likes of Golovkin, Canelo. They've not got him out of there, so he shows what he's about.
Is it about trying to make a statement by trying to take Jacobs out? And we know how kind of resilient Jacobs is in that. You mentioned a couple of fighters there that couldn't stop Daniel Jacobs, but is that the plan possibly to try and to take him out that way?
Listen, if you could knock him out, then happy days, but there's never the plan to go in and knock anyone out. I know what he's about. Obviously, he has been stopped before by Pirog, but that was before his illness, and you just don't know what stage he was at himself then as to when he got knocked out, as if he was already ill. So I don't really read too much into that, but as of late, he's been one tough cookie.
Was there any talk of any other opponent if obviously this fight hadn't materialised? Were you in the loop what was going on if this fight hadn't happened? Were there other big names being mentioned?
Yeah, I think Chudinov was mentioned. I think there was a few others. I think Gabe Rosado was mentioned, but I think we got the one that was top of the list, and like I say, Eddie delivered massively.
I don't know how good your knowledge is on past events, but do you remember the last event that Matchroom put on boxing-wise at Ali Pali?
Yeah, it was Tony Bellew against Edison Miranda. Lee Purdy was on it, won the IBF International, I think.
Correct. Do you remember who he fought?
I can't remember. He fought I think he was an Argentinian, was he?
Carrasco,
is that who it was? Yeah. I was on it. Martin Ward made his debut. Ryan Crashbane Taylor was on it.
I forgot you was on the bill. That's why obviously you know exactly what it was. Yeah. I forgot you was actually on the bill because I know technically actually the main event was meant to be Purdy and Carrasco, but obviously Bellew and Miranda would be the one that everyone kind of now says was the headline fight. But
no, the main event was meant to be Barker against Rotolo.
Correct. Yes, it was meant to be that. Yes.
Obviously, Barker had his injury woes, and they did get that fight on eventually at Wembley.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with my brain, Coog. I think the two brothers was on it as well, weren't they? Chris, the Evangelou.
Oh, the Evangelou brothers, yeah.
And Eric Ocheng, I think he was on it as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I remember Edison Miranda called him he was called the Eagle, wasn't he? But he called him like a chicken or something like, yeah, rooster. I think a rooster, yeah.
Well, yeah, absolutely nothing wrong with your memory at all. But yeah, boxing does return back to Alexander Palace, which is good to see. And I think this is quite a fitting event. Obviously, you not too far away from where you're from as well.
Yeah, I mean, like I say, like Eddie has delivered massively, but not only getting it in London, he's got it in North London. I'm from Islington, obviously, heart of North London. I've got family in Barnet, Enfield, Romford. So it's a right centre point for everyone.
Do you think there's any suggestion of possibly Danny Jacobs overlooking you for this fight?
I hope not. I hope he takes it serious, and I hope that I get the best of him, because I'm training for the best Danny Jacobs. So I hope that he doesn't take it light and throw out excuses afterwards that he should have trained harder or took it more seriously, because it's both on the line for both of us, I believe.
But you truly believe, like I said, a win over a name like Daniel Jacobs can kind of get you to the next phase of where you want this year? Because, like I said, we've been talking about this for the last sort of 2 or 3 years, and we've heard your frustrations, but you're hoping a win over Jacobs kind of really does kind of put you in your place then. Yeah,
massively, and I think we're hoping it's going to be a final eliminator for the WBA, so fingers crossed that'll put me #1 in the WBA, and whether it be Canelo or a vacant title, just whoever, I just want to fight for that world title, and Jacobs is standing in my way.
It's really good to see you get a shot like this and a big fight. Like I said, you've craved it, and I think everyone who's followed your career and boxing fans in general will agree with the fact that you've kind of deserved a fight like this. Yeah,
listen, obviously 2019 was a great year for me. Boxed in Vegas, funny enough, on the Canelo and Jacobs card. Then at the Smith fight, which, listen, I took a lot of credit from, I learnt a lot from, and just really wanted to crack on, but it wasn't to be, what with COVID and not. But I think this is the year that we get it right and we really push on.
Not long to go, Feb 12th, Alexander Palace, live on the Zone. So,
a month yesterday, wasn't it? Month yesterday.
Month yesterday, yeah. So, yeah, time's ticking.
Yeah, it's not stopped, is it? I mean, time's not stood still for any of us. We're all getting that bit older, so the time is now, and it's important to crack on.
Okay, John Ryder, thank you very much for talking to IFL TV. We'll definitely catch up with you again ahead of Feb 12th. And yeah, is there anything else you'd like to add before we finish?
No, just thank you for the support. Thank you for sticking by me in these quiet times, and I hope February 12th I'll repay all your loyalty, your sacrifice, your hard work, and your grit in supporting me. I'll pay you all back, and we'll keep this ride on and keep going.
Just one more question, actually, before I let you go, John. Was there any suggestion of this fight taking place in America as opposed to over here? Was that talked about?
No, I think it was always set for over here. Obviously, you never know till it's announced. But listen, it's one of them fights that I'd have been prepared to go to the States for. Obviously, the name that Jacobs is, he kind of warrants that. But he's come to my hometown, so happy days.
Absolutely. John Ryder, thank you very much for talking to IFL TV, and like I said, we'll definitely catch up with you ahead of Feb 12th at Ali Pally.
Thank you.